We are back with our second and last album of the day. So the band is called Crysys or Crysys. It's spelt really weird, Crysys.
Yeah,
So I don't even
oh,
really know.
uh-oh. I have my volume up.
So the album is called Hard as Rock. The lineup is Stephen King, not Stephen King, but Stephen King. It's probably, I wonder if it's Stephen, but he changed it for obvious reasons.
Like
Stephen, yeah, Stephen King with an F. Stephen King, Tim Casey on guitar. Sorry, Stephen King on vocals. Tim Casey on guitars and backing vocals. Carrie Ray on bass and backing vocals, and Gene Casey on drums and backing vocals. They
I don't know. This might be in the sleeve or something.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird version. Yeah, they did do a second album, which I couldn't find. It was only came out on cassette, and only the drummer was left from the first album, so I couldn't really find that. But we're just gonna stick with this one.
91. You never know what it would sound like. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's 10 years later between albums, and obviously, I guess the drummer had the rights to the name. I guess because he was using it. So, yeah, we're just gonna play the first album called Hard as Rock. Not very long either. 33 minutes, 10 songs, and yeah, it's a Crysys with an echo. Yeah.
I had my volume up on my phone. I was looking at.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, yeah. So first song is Blue Steel, whatever that means.
What was he talking about?
won't you come to me again? Help me through these hard times. Read between the lines. Touch me with your eyes.
Can't go wrong. Ending with a gong.
Yeah, had to hit the gong. So. That's good.
It's great stuff. Like, yeah, it's has a 70s vibe. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It's maybe that's
81.
why it didn't go anywhere. It's like that music's not really an 81 sound.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
It's hard rock.
throwback. Like, that came out in the 70s. Maybe it would have done well, but
Yeah, maybe like 78 or 77.
yeah, it's a little bit too late. It was great stuff. Like, every song. The ballad, that was all right, but like that should have been a hit though. It kind of has like a hit sound to it.
Yeah, it didn't even bother me really.
That's just like, I don't know. Hellville. It's funny.
Hillville, Satan's World.
I don't know what these guys are writing about, but yeah. What a great singer though too. Yeah, he does sound like Rhett though. At first I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't hear it on the first song, but yeah.
The first song was Total Budgie, and then he just switched it up the rest of the time. It just kind of sounded like Rhett. But yeah, it did sound a little bit Meatloaf at certain points.
Yeah, on Firelight, you know.
Great singer, great sound. Like,
Yeah, he switched up a lot. That's cool.
I just find like, yeah, maybe live they were a little bit. There was something more to be desired with one guitar player. How you can't pull that off live.
He's overdubbing all that stuff, you know.
He's doing all of his overdubs of like his own leads over top, and there's a riff going on with the leads. You would lose half of that. The bass would have to basically just fill in, but
yeah, unless maybe they had a guy play live with them. I don't know.
I'd be bringing someone live, maybe. Who knows? But
It'd probably be the way to do it if they were going to.
yeah,
Even how that first song started, that's probably him overdubbed like 2 or 3 times.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, look at a band like Nazareth. They were always sounded weird live with one. I thought they sounded better when they brought in what's his name from Alex Harvey.
Zal Clemens.
It improved their sound because they had that second guitar player there. Like Razamanaz live sounded so weird and it sounded terrible. It almost sounded boring live because with the one guitar player. What makes that song are those leads that are going throughout it.
Yeah, in between.
So live he wouldn't do that. Live he would just do the riff and it's just da-da, da-da. It's like, okay. Without those leads thrown in there, it's just a little bit too simple and like plain sounding.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Great album though. Like it's just
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I almost didn't pick it because I was so like obsessed with like, oh well, I have to be able to play all their albums or I'm not picking that band. But yeah, I was just like, you know what, this album's too good, so I'm gonna play it.
I'm gonna have to get the cassette.
I don't know. There's a second album, 91, like 10 years later. I guess maybe the drummer felt like putting the band back together and no one else wanted to join. I don't know what's this.
Yeah, probably everybody else had jobs and you know.
It's like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be like, I don't know what he was thinking. I guess just hanging on to it. I guess.
I wonder what it sounds like. I wonder if it's still like that or.
It was a different singer and guitar player. I don't know what it would even sound like.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And that was weird. The whole different covers. They pressed it twice. And...
Yeah, it's strange. I didn't know there was a second cover with the Rocks. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Both covers aren't really great, but
no.
Even the band name, is it Crysys or Crysys? I don't even know if it might even be Crysys the way it's spelled. Like, who knows?
Couldn't find any pictures of these guys either. I looked.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, they do have a great sound. Just great soloing. A lot of Lizzie Wishbone Ash in there with the soloing.
Probably a year maybe earlier. If it came out in '80, it might have. You never know.
Yeah, maybe. They needed Mutt Lang for their second album. Go the Def Leppard route.
Yeah, I don't know who produced that. I couldn't find that.
It says it looks like it was self-produced. But
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too bad. Job. Yeah, I don't know what happens with these bands sometimes. It's just weird.
Yeah, or if they would have held on a little bit longer, maybe made another album, 82, 83, I don't know.
Yeah, just decided to call it. I don't know why there's a 10-year gap. What happened there?
Yeah, it had to be something, I wonder, too.
And then the drummer, just to me, it seems like they broke up and he reformed it. But I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's hard telling. A lot can happen in 10 years. So
first one was independent too, right? Like it's not on a real label or anything, so it's not like they were actually signed to a record deal.
No.
So,
and like I was saying in the chat, they never put this out on CD, actually. So one of them labels needs to get a hold of it. I mean.
Yeah, if you're out there and you're watching this, put this on CD to prevent these $400 copies that people are selling. It's ridiculous.
Too, damn it! Might as well do the second album.
$400 people are trying to sell the record for.
Yeah, $349. Somebody wanted it.
That's the original. I guess the original vinyl. I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But on Discogs, I've seen a couple for like 30, which is reasonable compared to $350. I mean,
Bye, Melanie. Have a great day. Hope you're feeling better.
yep. Have a good day, Mel.
Thanks for sticking with this.
Yeah, thanks for dealing with the metal today.
Metal Melanie. Metalney. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, Melanie. But yeah, it was great songs, great music.
Fun hangout, fun chat.
Yeah, it was a short one today, but that's because there's the next band. That's the thing is the next band has 3 albums, so I'm like, yeah, it's too much. I try to throw into one day. So won't be doing it next week because I will be busy doing something on the next weekend.
Be MIA.
I'll be MIA. So the next shows will be on the. Well, the next show is going to be Tuesday, actually. Next week, Tuesday. Not next week, because that's 2 days from now. The week after. July 1st will be our next show, and it'll be a Canada Day hangout. So you get 2 hangouts in a row. Logan will be probably joining us a little bit late, because it's going to be at like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, just get...
7-ish or...
Yeah, so he'll be getting into about an hour, and maybe on the second video or something. So, yeah, it's going to be like 3 hours of just Canadian music, like 42 songs or something. So, yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, that'll be fun. And then we're gonna do the same for 4th of July on the Friday.
Yeah,
Logan you might be able to join for that one, right? Because it's a Friday, so.
Yeah, I should be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's yeah, maybe do that one earlier, I guess. Although I'll be working, but yeah.
Whatever works for you. I mean,
do it around like 6 or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to start at 6 on that one.
Yeah, start that one at 6. That'll be a fun one too. That's gonna be 50 songs. Picking a band from every state. One song from every state. Not doing whole albums. They pick. Yeah. So.
God, imagine whole albums.
Yeah, well, 50 albums.
7 days later.
Be the next Canada. It will be the next 4th of July. So yeah, that's what's coming up. Then maybe we'll try to do something for that weekend for a show. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, for now we just got a couple of hangouts coming up, and yeah, that'll be fun. Not 51, no.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's like now everyone knows how many states there are in the U.S. because of this. No one will ever forget that there's 50 states.
Well, they're writing down the states and they're writing down the bands we play right by the name. So that's double whammy. They're learning.
Yeah, I always thought it was 52. I don't know why. I think because we've always it was one of those Mandela effects where we always thought it was 52. I don't know why. But it's 50. It's an even 50. I guess because we think of Washington, D.C. as 51, Puerto Rico as 52. Puerto Rico hasn't even always been part of the U.S.
Right.
So, what states haven't you done? Well, I can look at
Wyoming's one, right? That'd be one.
Let's see. Got
because we're going like alphabetical. So.
Yeah. So we just finished up with Oklahoma and Oregon. Up next is Pennsylvania. Yeah, we got Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia and West Virginia, Washington, and then I threw Washington, D.C. in. I know it's not a state before the Americans yell at me. This Canadian doesn't know Washington, D.C. ain't it? And then Wisconsin and Wyoming. So
cool.
Not too much left, really. And then I'll announce it here, I guess. After that, we're going to be doing once the state-to-state hangouts are done. We're going to continue hangouts, but we're going to do a whole new series. The channel will be probably finished by the time we're finished. The next hangout is going to be like this around the world thing. So I tried to, album bands from almost not every country, but I tried to find as many from every country as I could, and I did them in order. I'll even show like maybe a little map of showing us, look, we're traveling from here to this place today, and showing the route you would take from a plane, I guess. But yeah. So, that was a lot of work sitting there, finding bands.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It would be a lot.
Sitting there looking at a map, okay, where would I have to go to next? And some countries was hard to find things for, but yeah, looking forward to that. That'll be fun to hear some. We're going to start with Canada and U.S. actually on that one. So
backstage recording to ask what album or what band we played for Michigan. It was
What did you play for Michigan?
Head Over Heels.
Head Over Heels. That's it. Yes.
Cool.
Head Over Heels. Is that where you're from? Backstage is Michigan.
Are you my neighbor?
Sweden's easy. There's so many good bands.
Especially nowadays, man.
Yeah, that was the band that I picked. Yeah, a lot of 70s and 80s. I don't think there's anything outside of the 80s, to be honest.
Well, I'm just saying there's a lot of retro rock coming from Sweden now.
Yeah.
Doing that 70s sound. And
Oh, yeah.
plenty of bands.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. This was fun. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks for Canada Day, actually. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one and enjoy the rest of your day.
See you guys.